I'd like to welcome you all to our series of instructional webinars designed to support the school annual yearbook program. Our goals today will be to introduce participants to the functions of the program associated with beginning stages of our yearbook creation. Specifically, we'll be reviewing logging into the book, familiarization with the welcome screen, the page ladder, font selection, creating images in the image share, creating an image share account, transferring materials from the previous year's yearbook, current yearbook. And this will lead into our next installment, which is the importance of sending us your CD portrait uh, from your photographer. This webinar will take approximately 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. To log into your account, you can do that from the school annual website right here. Here we got the login in the upper right hand corner. Once you do, it will take you to this screen right here. Here, to make sure it says 2024, which it should by default. Here you will include your job number. That's the number that begins with a 7. Your username as sent to you by your advisor, and your password. Once you hit let's go, it will take you to your main page. If for any reason you forgot your password, you can't click this button right here, forgot password. Just enter your job number and your username, hit continue. It will send you a link to get that information. So once you log in, you will see a screen like this. It will have your school name right here. This is just my demo one, so that's why it says demo. And then you're going to see several different boxes right here. So let's start with the first one right here on our left, and we'll continue over to our right. The first one is the due date countdown. For you, you will have a clock that is actually counting down either from like 100 days or 200 days, whatever. Um, and that just lets you know how much time is in your is left to turn in your book. It's just a visual and something to help you so you know how much time is left before you get that book turned in. And you should also know when your deadline is due or have it on your calendar. Um, I would strongly suggest maybe a couple of weeks before that instead of like a soft date to have your book ready to go or completed and ready to turn in. Next is a new one, this year-to-date sales. This lets you know what you did previous years and what you're currently doing this year. Just a helpful guide to kind of keep your eye on it and see how many books you are currently selling or currently have sold. Next is the total pages. Right here in the middle, you can see the total number of pages that uh, like my demo right here currently has. You will also see yours. Each book will have different pages. Under here, you will see different color options and you'll see 0 right here, you'll see 60, you'll see different numbers as you go on. So the first one in red is not started. These are pages that have nothing on them. They're clean pages. Nothing's been saved on them. Nothing's been put on them. They're, um, like it says, they're not started. Next is in progress. These are pages that either had something saved on it at one point and then removed, or have things on it. These are pages that have been saved, so now they're uh, technically in progress. Next is completed. These are pages that have been marked completed or marked that you are done editing and you're ready to move to the next stage, which is submission. The next is submitted. These are pages that have been turned into us that you have said are complete. They're perfect the way they are. You're happy with the way they look, and you're ready for us to print those pages as they stand. Next is the upcoming events. Right here lets you know with different things that are coming up. So we can actually add to this by clicking on the upcoming events. It will take us to a screen right here. So some of the things you can see, like I set this one up, like pages from the consultant. So you'll have some by default, like your cover choice artwork is due by a certain date, your deposit's due, maybe some of the pages are due by certain times or whatever. If you ever need to add an event or something to help you remind you that something is due, We're going to come to this plus sign in the upper right hand corner. We'll click on that plus, and we will say maybe pages 1 through 10 done. So we want pages 1 through 10 done by maybe December 8th here. And we're going to set a color for it. We're going to put red, and we're going to click on add. And it'll save event. Why were you able to save event? Okay, so let's just put towards the end of the month, and we'll put teal on that. Let's see, month. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. But you are able to add an event. For some reason, it's not letting me. Maybe it's because I haven't put a description in. Here, we'll just do this. But I do want to see that. Okay, I'll figure that out. But it does work. Maybe some. All right, so next tab that you will see on the top, we'll go ahead and talk about since we're in this screen, is tasks. So tasks is something that you can assign to either yourself or to other people to help you get done with your book a little bit quicker or to get things done. To add a task, you just simply click on the plus sign, and it, it could be something as retakes. We'll put in retakes, and we'll say that that task needs to be done by the 27th. Okay, it may not let me save under my demo account, um, but you can do that, and they'll have your task right here. You can have who you're assigned to, due dates. Once it's completed, you can mark it complete and edit. It may not be letting me do this because of my demo account. So let's go back to the front here. Well, here, a second. All right, there we go. So continuing on right here, we have tagged images. This just lets you know how many images are currently tagged in your image library. Next is images. This will let you know how many have been uploaded by the staff. That's you or anyone as if the advisor or any of your staff upload a photo. The total will be right here by staff. And then of course down here will be the total of images that are currently in your library. So next, let's go to the page ladder right here. So we're going to go to plan, and then we're going to go page ladder. We have a webinar on our YouTube channel that you can check out that will go into a lot more detail about the page ladder right here. So next, we're going to go through the color key. The color key you're going to see a little more prominent on the page ladder. Currently in progress is yellow right here. So if you have any pages that are red, they will be in progress, green will be completed, and black will be submitted. But those colors can be seen here underneath each page. Uh, one thing that's changed from this year to last year is we have starting this year and onward, we have a start with last year button. So here you can click this button, you can click continue, and then once you hit continue on this, it will load last year's template to any page that is currently not started. Any pages that are in, like mine are right here in the yellow, this will not work. It's just pages that have the red border at the bottom. than not started. So this will take your templates from last year and move those templates to this year. So at least it's something to help you get started and and somewhere just a jumping off point. So one things that you will notice right here is the sections in topics or the sections and descriptions have changed a little bit. Sections are now right here. So you can actually type in your section. You can type in staff on the plus sign or click the enter button on your keyboard, and it will be in your staff will be right here. This teal with the white circle will just tell you the number of pages that are currently occupy the staff section. So right here you'll see the two. So currently 2 pages are marked staff. The description is now gone. Instead, description is now topics. So under topics, you can type something like, so if you start writing staff, you'll get things that are related to the staff, like a faculty staff portrait, staff candid, staff college, divider. So you could do staff portraits and just click the plus sign in their staff portraits. So you could drop that maybe on the next page, just click and hold one page, both pages, or the other page. Once you drop that, here you will see staff portraits. So there's your description of what those pages are for. Here we also have smart topics. If you're not sure just what you want to type in or you just want some generic ones, under here we have like under portraits, you can click this down arrow and here we have all the different grades. So we can go first, we can go second, we can go third. And as we're clicking these, we go back to my topics. You'll see that these are popping up right here. So again, all you have to do is click and hold, drag this to a page, let go, and then you can see that in the advantage of this right here, you can see the 2 pages are marked first grade. For those of you that have maybe a limited number of pages for each grade, here's where you can keep track of how many pages you have so you don't have to go back and count. You know exactly just at a glance that, okay, I have at least 2 pages that are first grade and 2 pages that are staff out of how many other pages they're assigned. Maybe it's 2 out of 4 pages. So if you have a staff and you need to assign pages, you can click on the staff right here on the left, click and hold, and then drag over to a page or pages. Let go, and here in the bottom left-hand corner, you will see that these pages have been assigned to this person. Staff members can be assigned to a page at a time. That's it. And just to remove them, all you have to do is click on this little X right here, and you can remove them from that page. And a quick reminder, if this person is assigned to this page, these other staff members cannot access that page. They cannot edit those pages because this person is assigned to them. You, the advisor, can access and edit that page, but other staff members, other than the one that's currently assigned, cannot. All right, so next we're going to move on to the filters. This has actually changed this year. So you have different options for the filters. And so you can do, let's go staff and let's go this person right here. So if you want to see what all pages this staff member has been assigned to, you can just go down to staff and then select this person. And then you can see how many pages they've been assigned to or take a look at their pages. If for any reason you come into the page ladder and you see this and you think, where's the rest of my pages? They're not gone. You just look up here to the filter, you'll see a yellow icon. That means that filter has been activated. So you can click down here, come down to the list to see, well, there's the filter that's been activated. Or just come down here to this purple button, hit clear. It will clear that filter out and all your pages have returned. If you ever need to view a proof of your book, single pages, right here is a printer icon in the upper right hand corner. All you have to do is click this little button right here It will open up a single page PDF, and here you can view the proof along with the trim line. So you can kind of get an idea of how your page is going to look or how it's looking so far, or where you can adjust some of the images and stuff. To view multiple pages, so if you had multiple pages, you could click in the upper left-hand corner, these individual boxes right here, come over to print, sorry, go to PDF preview. Nope, I was right, sorry, excuse me. Um, Come over here to print and then print selected. Here it will generate a PDF. It's not going to actually print these pages, just generating a PDF of these pages. So once that is done, just click on this little icon right here, and as you hover over it, it'll say Open PDF. So here we go with these PDFs right here of the pages that you selected. So you no longer have to print like individual ones and send them to somebody. You can just select which ones you want and send those off. Under the print, you also have print all and your print page ladder. So here we can actually just print the page ladder. So those of you that are school annual, or for our school annual people, we have two features real quick we'll show you. So one is the status, and you can actually check on your cover right here. If you click status and then cover, here you can check on your status of your cover. You'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to approve your cover from here. For any reason you need additional help or additional uh, questions answered or something like that, you can click on help and then help again. This will open these school annual help desk right here. Here we have video tutorials, getting started, online features, troubleshooting. So in our video, you can click on one of those, and we just have some short clips, some things like, well, here's the page ladder video right here. So here you can actually see about more detail about the page ladder. Next time you meet us, we'll talk about portrait flow. So here's some of those videos right there. Next, we're going to talk about transferring images from the previous year to this current year. To do that, if you have last year's information, login information, your job number, your username and password, you can log into the 2023 yearbook, come down to create and then image library. And then from here, what you can do is in your activity, if you need a page or if you need something for next year, from your 23 book to your 24, you can click on maybe art day. And then right here, you're going to see a little folder with an arrow. For me, it says 2025, but if you're in your 23, it will say 2024. And we can click this button right here, and you will see this little arrow right next to the folder. And that says that that folder has been sent over to the following year. So in this case, from 23 to your 24 or your current book. So when you log back into your 24 book, you can come back down to your image library. So create image library, come down to this folder right here, my 2023 images. Click this little arrow right here. So it's pointing down, and then you can see all the images that have been, or excuse me, all the folders that have been sent over from the previous year to the current year. And then from here, you can just select the ones that you want and then move that into whatever folder they need to be in. Now, I will stop here and say that it is, if you have a 23 book and you need images, it is highly and strongly suggested that you send those images over to your 24 book as soon as you can. And then before you finish your book, and we'll talk about this when we talk about turning in your book, that you send any folders that you currently want to use in your 25 book to send those over to your 2025 book as well. And that is because of the security, Justin's security policy. We can no longer access the previous, in this case, 2022 and older books. So that's why we're encouraging people to send those pages over. Right. And Alexis, I see your question here. I'll get to it here in a second. Okay, so next we're going to talk about font. So we're going to go to plan and then we're going to go to fonts. All right, so here and under fonts, um, you will see that you can access different styles of fonts. You can click on one, and here on the right, you can actually see a preview of what they will look like. And if you see the one that you like, you can click active or this inactive button. It will actually make it active. Now, if you watch this one right here, as I click it active, you're going to see that it's not there anymore. Well, that's because it moves to the very top. Active fonts will move to the very top in alphabetical order. Inactive fonts will fall below active in alphabetical order. So just because you click the button and you don't see the word active there, that's because it's went to the top. We have a lot of people sit there and they'll just keep hitting the active button, the inactivate, excuse me, the inactivate button, and what they're doing is just activating a bunch of fonts that they don't need. To inactivate a font, just click it, and like I said, it will fall to the bottom, and it will fall into alphabetical order under inactive. Now, there is one thing that I want to stress more than anything. There is one particular font. It's this font right here, this AYT Foundation Sans. Do not shut it off. Do not shut it off. The reason is because all of your default styles right here are created, and we'll go click on edit here, are created with this AYT Foundation Sans. All these default ones are created using that font. If you shut that font off, all these default styles disappear. So when you go to your page designer to start working on a page, under text, all the default styles will not be there. So make sure you do not shut off Foundation Sans. Okay. Then next, we're going to talk about image share or the replay it site. So we're going to go down to plan and then replay it. All right. So here we have the option of you're able to send out a link to the parents to have them send you images through this link. And to do that, if you want a website, just check this box right here. It will bring these box active. The first one is enter a start date. Now you want to do it according to this model right here. So what we want to do is 2023, and you need the dash. The month is the 10th. Now next is going to be day. Then you're seeing um, the letter D twice, and that's because you need to put the 0 and 3. So if it's a single day, please put the 0 in front of the 3, otherwise it will not work. So next is it's going to ask for a end date. Um, make sure you put 2024, or if you're going to put 2023, make sure it's like 2023 12, 25 or something like that. Uh, please don't put 2023 04 30 because that's already passed. So just put 2024. dash 0507. Next, it's going to ask how many maximum images. I've never seen anyone upload 10,000 images, so you should just keep that number right there. Do you want to enable the site? Yes, we do. And then next, we're going to hit this save button right here. Once we do, we'll see that this link popped up, and we will see the user site ID code is this right here. So this image link, if we click on it, it's going to take us to our replay it photo submission. Here you can choose a file. So we'll go with my tiger right here. We're going to click OK. And this is required information. Yeah, it requires an email, the first name and last name of the person who is sending it, and then it's just first name of the person who this is right here, or it's just first name, last name, their current grade. If they don't have a grade, or if it's something that it's just a random photo, or like a group project or something like that, or a field day or something like that, you just select a random grade. Um, and then in description, you can say the following students are in there or whatever. Mark here that you have read and understood the terms and conditions. If you need to read them, the terms and conditions are right here. And then just click on upload images, and we'll upload the image. Oh, here, just a minute. It likes to do this to me. So once they upload images up to the replay it, you probably ask yourself, well, where does that image go? Well, it will go right here to inbox replay it in your image library. So just click right here. You as the advisor are the only one that has access to this folder. And you as the advisor are the only one that can take images out of here and put them into either the staff box, and then have the staff filter the images out to where they need to go, or you can open up your activity folder and then just grab an image out of it, out of the inbox, replay it, and put it into whatever respective folder that it needs to go on. And yes, you as the advisor, you have the final say over what photo actually gets put into the book. So that's why you as the advisor are the only ones that get access to the inbox replay it. Okay, so from there, we're going to talk real quick about adding staff, because we talked about staff here. So we're going to talk about adding them. So we're going to click on plan, and we're going to go to staff. So here is the staff. You have your advisors, you have your staff members right here. To add a staff member, we're going to click on add staff here in the upper right hand corner. You give first name, last name. Username could be whatever you want it to be, whether it's their first initial last name, or just their last name, or just their first name, whatever it is you want to be. Next is the password. So it's a 10-digit password with at least one letter that is capitalized and a number. Just confirm the password. Next is the email option. You can put their email address in it. So if you ever have to send them something, or you need to mass email your staff, that's what you can do that from here. Next is the role. So it is highly suggested that you give any helpers that you have the role of staff, because if you give them advisor, they have access to everything. They have access to everything underneath create. They have access to all this stuff underneath sale. So they can look at sales and look at all this other stuff. So it is highly suggested that you give them the role of staff, and you as the advisor be the only advisor, or the only person that has access to some of this stuff. So lastly, we're going to talk about your portrait CDs. And um, as you take your portrait photos and get those done, um, you have one of two options. One, you can upload them yourself, and you can put them under portrait, make your own folders, upload your own images, and tag each image, or you can send them to us, and we can upload those images for you. Kind of like this, you can upload them either by teacher, by grade, by classroom. Um, and the benefits with that is when we upload them, they're already tagged. And what we mean by that is their names are already right here. So this name is will be in this image will be already associated with each other. You don't have to do that. The folders will be sorted according to teacher or according to grade level. That will be already done. Um, and so that's uh, one of the benefits of having us upload your images for you. All right, so I'm going to read this outro here real quick, and then we'll open it up to questions. So real quick here, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Hopefully, showing the examples in the areas of logging in, the welcome page, page ladder, fonts, image share. Creating your book will be less of a challenge, and you can avoid some of the pitfalls that accompany the computer software. Transferring materials from last year to this year, sending us your portrait CD should pay off in some time saving download down the road. Feel free to join us next time as we begin preparing portraits for the auto flow function and then build some class pages from there. I hope to see you then on that one. Right now, if you have any questions, you can please ask those now. I know Alexis just asked one a while back, and I'll get to hers right now. Uh, to try logging in with my last year's login to see if my page let me log in and take 22, 23 page, but as soon as I click have it kicked me to the current year's book. Alexa, if you need your page ladder, I can send that to you in a PDF. Just need your job number, and I can just send that to you as an email. Oh, you were an assistant advisor last year. So if you were in as not the main advisor, then no, it won't let you do that. So if you have if anyone else has any more questions, please ask. Don't hesitate. Thank you, Lottie. Okay, well then I will see you all at the next